and welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. You guys, in today's video, now in some of my lives, I have had people ask me to do in-depth videos about everything puff. So in today's video, guys, we are talking everything puff, everything you need to know about puff vinyl and how I get the results that I get. I am going to show you how we're going to test it on a shirt first, both colors, because when it comes to puff, all colors are not created equal when it comes to temperature and settings, okay? So I'm going to show you how to test your puff prior to pressing your design. I'm going to show you how to press your design with a pressing pillow rather than adjusting your heat press. I'm going to show you the heat press that I use. I'm going to show you the materials that I use. I'm showing you literally everything that I do to get good puff results from start to finish, okay? I'm hoping I answer every question that you may have. If I don't, please don't if I don't answer every question, please don't hesitate to comment down below if I miss something, okay? And I'll definitely try to either get it answered or make another video for it. But this is the design that we are doing today. It says prayer changes things, and we are going with greens today. So I have green grass glitter on the outside. Grass is the shade. The color is Siser glitter in the shade grass. And then we have neon green puff here. And then we have, I don't know what the name of this color is, but it will be linked down below, okay? So all my materials, everything that I'm using in this video today is going to be linked in the description box. So please make sure you definitely check there first, okay? This is what we're doing today, all things puff. You guys go ahead and stick around for that. All right, guys, so I want to start off by talking to you about puff and how to test your puff, how to press your puff, and all of those things to make sure that you get the maximum results every time. So for starters, the best way to get the best results, right, maximum puffage where it's nice and smooth, there's no wrinkles, things like that, is to use a decent heat press. The auto presses that they have out now, I do have two auto presses and I've tried puff with both of them, and you know, I can get decent results. I have not been able to get very perfect results with the auto presses, just because with them the pressure is a little bit different. So I have the HTV Run auto press, you cannot adjust the pressure, and then I have the Brick Sun press, and you can adjust the pressure there, but it only goes up to a certain amount, okay? It's like between levels 1 through 6 as far as pressure, and you still don't know exactly what that feels like because you're not physically pulling down, you know, your press to be able to feel what the pressure feels like. So in my personal experience, to get the best results, using a standard heat press is going to give you your best results. Today, I'm going to be using my Ricoma 16x20 auto open heat press. I will have a link for this press down below, as well as all the other all the other materials that I'm using in this video, guys, will be linked down below. Okay, so that's number one. Make sure you have a good heat press. Okay, an easy press, which is technically not a heat press, it's an iron. I mean, you would have to use a lot of pressure to get it to work. I wouldn't suggest it personally, but if you can get it to work, then you are blessed, okay? Secondly, you always have to press your puff on firm pressure. That's not negotiable. You have to press it on firm pressure. It's low time, low temperature, firm pressure, okay? With my specific heat press, I don't like to adjust my pressure. So today I'm going to be using a pressing pillow, which gives me firm pressure, okay? I keep my heat press set to medium pressure because I don't particularly like to adjust it. And if I ever need firm pressure, I use a pressing pillow here, which is it's a Teflon pressing pillow, and I just put it underneath whatever blank I'm using, and it gives that added pressure to give me the better results. I got this from Amazon. Again, it will be linked down below. Okay, so when you get your puff, no matter where you get it from, no matter what brand you're using, I suggest always doing some test presses first. And now I just have a t-shirt here. I messed up on this. And whenever I mess up on a t-shirt, if for whatever reason I can't fix it, I always keep it for just a test t-shirt. If I would need to, for example, my puff, what I'm about to do today, we're just gonna go ahead and test some puff on it because I've already messed it up. I don't want to mess up any other shirts, so I'm just gonna use one that I've already ruined. Okay, so this is my shirt. I'm just gonna put my pressing pillow right underneath. Okay, and I have the 2 colors of puff that I'll be using today. I've never used this shade of green before, but I have used this one. This is a neon, and this is, I actually can't remember the color of it, but I'll find it and make sure it's linked down below, the specific color of this green. Again, everything will be linked down below. Okay, so what I do is I start with one color first, and I just cut off a nice little piece here. And then I'll cut it even smaller, because if the pressure on this piece is not correct, I want another piece to be able to cut so that I can do it again. I don't want to press this big long piece, and then if it's messed up, now I have to go cut more and waste more vinyl. You don't want to do that. You want to just cut one strip of vinyl and then cut this, you know, into smaller pieces, and you can test it this way, okay, in these smaller pieces. So I'm going to start with one piece first. Typically, what I like to do is press my puff in the middle of the heat press. The middle of the heat press is going to give you the most heat and the most pressure. So my Teflon mat is, my Teflon pillow is already here. I'm just going to put this right in the middle. My time and temperature is 280 for 8 seconds. I start there. Always. I always start at 280 for 8 seconds. If I have to adjust, I'll probably adjust the time first and go up in time before I go up in temperature. Okay. And my little plastic piece was stuck to the top and it just fell. It's right here. Okay, so this is the first press of the neon. I'm hoping, let me turn this off so maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. Come on, camera, focus. That looks pretty good. Okay, as far as puff, there isn't too much wrinkles going on. That looks pretty clean. I'm going to, just for testing's sake, I'm going to add, let me turn this back on. I'm going to add 2 seconds to that. So I'm going to take it from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, and we're still going to stay on 280. And I'm going to press it again right next to it, because I just want to see which one looks better. Okay, so now I'm going to press it 280 firm pressure for 10 seconds. And I do this for every color that I'm using. I kind of have like a spreadsheet that I use to write down the colors with the time and the temperature, just because, you know, I don't remember all the time. Okay, and so this was the first one that we pressed. Come on, camera, I need my camera to focus. I'm turning down the light to see if I can get this to focus. Hopefully, I'm hoping you guys can see it. This was the first one that I pressed, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it actually looks better off the second press. I know, like, urban myth or you know, myths say that you can't press puff more than once. You absolutely can. I put some parchment paper over it to press this one, and as you can see, it looks even smoother than it did the first time. So when it comes to puff, yes, you can press it a second time. If it comes out a little wrinkly, put some parchment paper over it and press it again, and you may get a better result. This was the first press. Now this is the second one we just did that I upped the time. That one looks pretty good too, but to me, this first one is still smoother. I'm gonna press this one. I'm gonna press it one more time. I'm gonna cover it with some parchment paper. I'm gonna press it again because I want to see, does this one smooth out with a second press. And this is how, you guys, this is how I get my time and my temperature for all of my colors, all of my puff. I've kind of been sticking with the same one brand, which is the Atlanta Vinyl brand of puff. But I have tested out other ones, but this is the same method that I use for any brand. Okay. And there it is. As you can see, this was, hold on, this shirt is kind of hot, guys. Hold on one second. Burning my hands. Okay, so I just pressed this one a second time. And as you can see, it smoothed out with that second press. Now look at that. Now look, and this is the first one. Still completely puffed. Okay, and I've now pressed this one 3 times. And it's still puffed and it's still smooth. But with the second press, this one smoothed out too. So this one was pressed at 280 for 8 seconds. This was 280 for 10 seconds. I've pressed this one 3 times. I've pressed this one twice. Both are still puffed. Both are still smooth. So this lets me know 280 between 8 to 10 seconds works just fine for this neon green puff. Okay? I don't think I need a third piece. I think I'm happy with these results here. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other color. Now, I will say, guys, all colors are not created equal. Okay? So this is the darker green. This is not neon. This is a darker one. So I'm going to go ahead, press that. I'm going to start, because my press was already on 10 seconds. I'm starting at 280 on 10 seconds. Normally I like to start on 8 seconds, but I forgot to turn it down, so it's fine. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this one doesn't look too bad. Let me turn that off again. I'm really hoping my camera is focusing and you guys can see. So this is the first press, you guys. It is nice and puffed. However, I don't know if you guys can see, it is just a hair wrinkly, just a hair. I do want to see if that's going to smooth out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with some parchment paper, and I'm going to press it again at 280 for 10 seconds. I'm going to keep the same time, same temperature, and I'm going to see if a second press is going to either scorch it or smooth it out. Oh yeah, so a second press smoothed it right on out. Okay, so the second press went ahead. It's still nice and puffed, and it smoothed it out. So that looks really good to me. So I'm actually happy with this result. 280, 10 seconds, pressed it twice. I'm happy with this result. But just for argument's sake, I'm going to press it at 8 seconds. I'm going to press another piece here. 280 for 8 seconds. And we're going to go ahead and see if I can get a smooth press on the first press with a lower time. Because if I can get the puff down to only needing 1 press versus 2 presses to smooth it out, then I would rather only have to do it in 1 press. So let's see if 8 seconds will give me a smooth press on the first try. And no, that actually looks worse than the first one. In regards to smooth, again, I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but right here, it's pretty wrinkly, more wrinkly than the first one was. Okay, let's see if a second press at 280 will smooth it out for 8 seconds. That's wrinkled more. So 10 seconds was the better first press than 8 seconds. Y'all, I'm getting so hot. Oh my goodness. So that second one did smooth it out. And it's still not completely as smooth as the first one is. So for this color, I think I like the 280 at 10 seconds. For the neon, the 280 at 10 seconds worked too. Okay. So for today's shirt, I have my winner settings, which is going to be 280 for 10 seconds. Okay. Alrighty, so where is my shirt? I had a long sleeve shirt. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna press a long sleeve Make Market shirt here. It's a crew neck. And I'm going to be layering glitter, and I'm gonna be layering puff. So I'm gonna layer the glitter first. I'm gonna lay down the glitter first. So I'm gonna move my pressing pillow out of the way. And then I'm just going to do a 10-second pre-press on this. We want to make sure we're getting all the moisture out of it. And then the color that I'm using in the glitter, this is going to be Siser glitter. And the color grass, which is green, kind of dark green. All right, now I'm gonna leave this on 280, but I'm gonna put my time at 30 seconds. The reason that I'm doing this is because the Siser glitter, I believe the settings are like 350 for 30 seconds or 320, something like that. I know that the temperature is supposed to be higher, but I don't want to turn my heat press up and then have to turn it back down for the puff. So when I'm pressing and layering it, I do press it at 280 degrees, but I put it on 30 seconds because, granted, I do still have to press 2 layers of puff, so it is going to get more time. So I feel like between the first press and then the other 2 presses I have to do, the glitter will have enough heat applied to it to, you know, be fine. All right, so there is, and I think that's not in the right spot, but that's okay. So there's the first layer, which is our green grass. Now I'm going to go ahead and layer my puff with the glitter. And I hollowed out the image because you don't want to layer puff. It doesn't do well. It doesn't last. I think that, and I almost forgot to add my pressing pillow. Make sure we add the pressing pillow. Like when you go, if you were to try to layer puff, I mean, it'll work, but it won't last in regards to like washing and things like that. It will peel. So I say just when you're layering or trying to create that layered effect, just hollow out your image so that it looks layered, but it's not actually laying on top of the other vinyl, if that makes sense. Okay. I don't know what this is, but I don't want it on my shirt. So I'm just going to cut this piece off right here. Okay. That looks good. All right. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to cut this back down, my time. I'm going to cut it down to 10 seconds. And we're still at 280. And I'm going to go ahead and press. Now, because we've already tested it, when I go to press my second layer, we do know that we'll be able to press this again without any issues. All right, and that looks good just off the first press. Let me show y'all. So here is the first press. Hopefully you guys can see it. It is puffed and it's nice and smooth. That looks really good. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and press our second layer. I just want to make sure my pressing pillow is down far enough. And here is, I'm gonna cut this around. Sometimes I'm gonna cut this as close as I can, because sometimes when you go to layer, and I may have to press it again, but sometimes when you go to layer the carrier sheet, if it touches the other puff, sometimes what'll happen is the carrier sheet will leave like a line in your other puff, and you don't particularly want that. So you want to try to cut as close as you can when you're layering it. Now it may still happen anyway, just because it's layered really closely. If that's the case, we'll just press it again with a piece of parchment paper, and hopefully it'll get the line out if there is one. Now my HTV looks a little funky, but that's okay, the glitter part of it. Okay, there's that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add, where did my parchment paper go? I'm gonna add the parchment paper to protect this top part. Okay, and then, all right, my camera died, but we're gonna go ahead and press now, 280 for 10 seconds. And this is the first press of the darker green, which is going to be the second press for the neon green. This don't look like it's puffing at all. Let's try that again. So this dark green on that second press, it actually didn't puff at all. It just looks like some regular vinyl. Let's try that again. I just covered it with some parchment paper, and we're gonna press it again. I'm hoping that the first layer of puff isn't interfering with the, oh no, there it is. Okay, y'all, I did not puff. I was getting a little worried. I was about to be like, don't embarrass me now. Don't embarrass me. Okay, so that is, oh, that looks really good. Let me turn this off. And I'm gonna back up from this press, y'all. I'm sweating. Okay, so here's, I pressed this one twice, because that first time, y'all, it didn't puff at all. It just looked like some regular vinyl. Hopefully you can see it, and it also looks pretty smooth. And then this neon is still puffed really, really well, and it's also smooth. Okay, and this is the final result. So we got grass colored glitter on the outline. We got the neon green puff, and then I don't know what the name of this color is, you guys, but it's a green. It's a shade of green, maybe forest. I'm not for sure. No, it looks too light to be forest, but it'll be linked down below. Okay, the actual color. I'm going to link both of these colors down. Okay, hopefully I answered all of your questions about puff, you guys. If I missed something, please don't hesitate to drop a comment down below, and I will see if I can either get it answered or I'll make another video for it. But yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. Everything you need to know about puff. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully I helped somebody out today. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys.